welcome to another episode of the Royal Recap, where I go over what we did at the last Story Tots Tea Party. So this week we did Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and it was dressed up like a little bear, and we read Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs by Willems, which I'm going to read now. Here we go. Nice and cozy here. Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs: Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting from Norway. I think we ended up naming him Fred or Tom. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at varying temperatures. "Oh boy," Papa Dinosaur said in his loud, booming voice. "It is finally time to leave and go to the, somewhere else." "Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur, "I'm sure that no innocent little succulent child happens by our unlocked home while we are, someplace else." Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. The 3 dinosaurs went someplace else, and were definitely not hiding in the woods, waiting for an unsuspecting kid to come by. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came trapezing along. Here she is. Just then, the forest boomed with what could have been a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. The loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap is not yet sprung." But that also could have been a rock falling or a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of bargaining and barging into strangers' enormous houses. So as soon as Goldilocks came across a strange enormous house, she barged right in. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way up there to the top of the counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left there on purpose. Goldilocks climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, it's chocolate pudding, right? The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? Not her. The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll by now she hardly noticed. Oh my goodness, that's me with chocolate. Soon Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite things in the whole wide world for hungry dinosaurs. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed 3 chairs in the living room, so she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. The first chair was too tall. The second chair was way too tall. But the third chair was way too tall. Goldilocks wasn't even going to try to climb that high to sit on some chair, so she went over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were also gigantically big. "What is going on here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bears that live here must be nuts." Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating, "A few more minutes and she shall be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. Hey, she told herself, this isn't some bear's house, it's some dinosaur's house. Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Good for you. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, now, or charge, or Norwegian expression for chewy bun bun time. Suddenly, and completely coincidentally, the three dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were three disappointed dinosaurs. The end. And the moral of this story is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, leave. And the moral for dinosaurs is, lock the back door. The end. Wasn't that a lovely story? I'm a big fan of the Willems books. So we read this book, and then we made bear claws. The cute little bear claws. So that when you put them on, you become a dinosaur. We also had a giant bucket of dinosaurs, which had numbers on them. And I had our participants pick a number while I shook up the bowl of dinosaurs. And we picked a number, and somebody won a copy of our book. So that's what we did at Storytime last week. Also, this episode of Royal Recap is brought to you by the letter B, the color brown, and the number 3. So thanks for joining me for another Royal Recap. Tune in to our next virtual Story Tots Tea Party every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Thanks for joining me, and remember, stay royal.